Welcome back to part 3 of the BMW M140. Last couple of episodes we've not been able to get this thing running, but I just want to give a massive shout out to John. He's from he's from JWT Motorworks, specialises in BMW Mini, so he's an ex-BMW tech. He's come out and plugged his diagnostics in, and one of the reasons, or the reason why the car wasn't starting is it had no communications with the ECU, and the guy that come out initially to try and program keys, I think they do it directly from the ECU. So John's had a look around, he's gone to the ECU and realised that one of the plugs wasn't plugged in properly. The minute he's done that, well, yeah, let me show you. Finally running. She sounds good as well. Now I can't leave it running for long because it's obviously got no coolant or radiators or anything, but it sounds pretty healthy, which is, you know, a big relief, because obviously I bought this car as a non-running drive without any keys, so yeah, big relief, but there's still a lot of work to get done. So let me show you around exactly what needs to be done next. Good news is it's now time to finally start repairing this thing. The next job we need to do is change the subframe out, and well, let me show you the reason why I think we need to do that. So as we know, this chassis leg is pulled in, also the bottom one is pulled in as well, and I think one of the reasons that's pulling them in is, as you can see here, the subframe has got a big kink in, and I think this bar is bent, and this is where the subframe bolts up to the actual chassis of the car, and I think that's part of the reason why that is pulling in. Now I don't want to try and straighten these if that thing's bent, so just out of precaution, what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap the subframe. So I've got a new one here. Now this one has come with engine mounts as well. I'm probably going to keep the originals that are on the car, but when I drop the subframe, I'll then try and straighten these legs out, top and bottom one, and see if I can get them straight. Now with regards to swapping the subframe, this is something I've never ever done before. Now a lot of people are saying, you know, drop the suspension and just take the whole thing down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take all the legs off, all the arms, the chassis, the suspension arms, and try it that way. If that's not working for me, I'll just then go and unbolt the suspension and see if I can drop it all at one. So yeah, that's the next big job, so let's get stuck into that right now. Right, got it up on jack stands now. I'm not being funny, but that was sketchy trying to get this thing up on them. Yeah, so need to get these under shields off now. So we get under there, a couple of 8mm bolts, get them off, and then we can take a proper look and see exactly how we can attack this job and get this subframe swapped over, and then finally get this thing built up and get it on the road. Can't wait to take it out for its first drive. Right, so got the under tray off. Looking at it, doesn't look that bad. So looks like the steering rack is going to unbolt here and here, but that's definitely going to have to come off. So I'll take that off, and I'll probably just take the whole thing off, disconnect the power there, and then take the steering rack away, and then it's just a matter of undo the suspension arms, or the steering arms, whatever these are called, there, obviously that side, and then we've got the engine mounts, and it's just a matter of unbolt. So 1, 2, 3, 6 major bolts, and then there's just one over there. So it doesn't look famous last words, it doesn't look too bad, does it? So I think first and foremost we start with the steering rack and get the steering rack off before we start unbolting anything else, and see how that goes. Right, so just getting everything ready there to just hoist the engine up to start unbolting all the subframe and everything. So as you can see, I've started unloosening some of the bolts, sprayed them all with WD-40 and everything. But so just took the engine cover off, and I'm looking to see where I can bolt up the engine hoist. So as I'm looking, so it looks down here. I don't know if you can see that. It's cracked. I don't know if you can see it that good. There you go. Now you can see it. So the bracket that bolts the engine to the engine mount is cracked. So there's no point in me carrying on any further right now until I get the part to replace that, because I'd have to just undo all the work again to replace that part. So I'll get that put on order now. Right, so I've disconnected all the suspension. I've just got everything ready. I've managed to get the part on order. That's going to be in next week probably. So what I've done, I've just literally prepped to remove the subframe. So disconnected all the suspension. I've actually pulled the steering rack out as well. So took that out. It's just to try and save time. Obviously when the new engine mount comes, I can then just literally just unbolt the subframe, and it's a matter of just swapping everything and wiring all there, rather than doing the subframe now and then having to pull it all off again and then put the engine mount on. So just got everything out. Like I say, hopefully when I disconnect the subframe, this I'm hoping is going to move back a little bit on its own. If not, I've got a 10-ton hydraulic pusher to just tweak it out a little bit, and then it's a matter of just getting this thing back on the road. So for you it's going to be seconds. For me, I'll see you next week. I'm doing a little bit off camera, so trying to swap the subframe out, but nothing's ever easy, is it? This bolt here in the subframe's rounded off, so I'm going to have to cut the subframe off. In the meantime, I have straightened this frame out, so everything, all these bolts now will all line up nice and straight. They just literally dropped in. Still got to straighten this bit out here. I'll do that once the subframe and everything's swapped out. This contraption thing that you see in here, obviously it's just keeping the engine abreast. I've also got the engine jacked up as well, so it is pretty solid. But yeah, just gotta get this cut here now, and then once that's chopped off, it's just a matter of getting that bolt out then. But it'll be a lot easier when the subframe's out the way to do that. So yeah, I'll report back in once that's all cut off. Got the old subframe off. You can see the bend just here, and then this is the new one. So I've got to swap a few things over. This is where I've had to chop it. And just to show you, let's get the where's it gone? Literally just adding. There it is. So I'll show you this. So we are just on 74 centimeters. We are 74.5, so it's only 0.5 of a centimeter, but that in relation to the front end being square just along here, it's massive. So got everything all jacked up, and now this is the culprit. I now need to get that thing out. So I've had to crack the welder out. So it's just a cheap gasless welder from Amazon, but it's got the job done. I'm not a welder, as you can see, terrible welds, but main thing is the bolt's out, so we can finally get the new subframe on now. So get everything cleaned up and we get the new subframe on. Right guys, so that's the subframe all swapped out. I've not got a lot of footage swapping the subframe out. It was just very difficult because obviously I'm not on a ramp, I'm doing this on jack stand, so I couldn't really film anything. But the new one's all swapped in. That's all sound now. So we did have a little bit of trouble with regards to engine mounts. We had to swap the 2 engine mounts out as well. I went through basically everything when I was swapping the subframe out. Rounded off bolts, snap bolts. Like I say, didn't get any footage of it, but if you head over to my Instagram page, you'll see a lot of the pictures that I've posted on the Instagram page. That's at Mick Rebuilds. I'll put it down here somewhere. So yeah, head over to there, go and have a little look at there, and also give me a follow. So today, what we're going to do, straighten this. This has been tweaked a little bit. I'm going to change out all of this for an aluminium one. Once that's done, we can then start building up the front end and get it fixed permanently. Put a bit of coolant in it, and let's run it up to temperature, and you know, one step closer to getting it on the road. So I'll put it on the tripod now, and we'll get this all sorted. Here's the new charge pipe now, a nice billet aluminium one, so we'll get this bolted up. Right, so that's the charge pipe now all fitted up. Coolant pipe's all in. It's all locked up here on the turbo as well. As you can see there, the nice clip in. So put some clips here on these hoses just to secure them. So what we've got now is put the coolant tank in. So we need to put the coolant tank back in, and then we've just got some tin pieces here that go around here that we need to fit up, and then we can start building all this back up now. Coolant tank in, radiator on, front end on, finally back on all fours. Let's get at it. Right in there. Oh, can't get them at it. Head. And there's the new one, second hand new one. What we're doing here now, we're just fitting the trims, so that's got to come out, then this one goes in first, and then we go that in, okay, line it up, that side going in. Apologies for the really bad camera work, guys, bear with me. I am still learning, and I will get there with the camera in the end. What you're seeing here now is me getting a little bit hasty fitting up the strut brace. What you'll see, I'll get it all put together, just about to tighten everything up, and realise that I have missed out the sound deadening that goes at the back of the engine, so I've got to take it all apart and redo it. So we know everything's perfectly straight. Let's get all this fastened up now. That's everything back together on the top of the engine now. So now we've got radiator. Let's get that fitted. This is the new second-hand radiator. Just like that. There's the radiator. Come up and start clipping some hoses in. But with all that now, I think we're ready for the front clip. A nightmare this, so I had to end up buying two, just do two different variations of it. So to do one with a radiator on each side, which these are wider apart, and then you do one with just the one on the side. So yeah, I ended up ordering 2, got there in the end with it. Swapping them old rusty ones out for cleaner ones. So that's the front end all done, all complete now. So we can finally get this thing back on its wheels. And then once it's back on its wheels, we've just got one last little bit of structural damage to fix, basically, which is this little arm here. As you can see, that's not quite lining up like it does on this side. So it shouldn't be too much. Just literally a pull it towards us, an inch, something like that. And then that'll be all the structural work done on the car. Chassis legs all straight, and the front clip just slid right on, no problem. So we're one step closer to getting it running and roadworthy. That's going to be the end of the video now. If you want to see the remainder of this build, do me a favour, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.